This is incredible. Domestic U.S. calling only. Legendary pickup. That's, I don't know how you beat that.
Let's put a bunch of maps on it.
Christian!
Stay tuned while we describe more hair from men.
That is the face of man that chows down on pierogies.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Arkhipov Pierogi Chow.
I almost forgot what it was called. It has been so long.
It's been a while, but we're back. We're still here. We are still chowing down on pierogies. I chowed down on pierogies last night, actually.
At the MCC sale.
At the MCC Festival for World Relief.
Wow. Good, wholesome cause.
Yeah. So I had some vareniki and...
at great expense to your own wallet, I hear.
$30 for 2 plates, which is not that bad. $30 for 2 plates. But it's 15 tickets these days.
Are they making their own pierogies, or are these like Costco pierogies?
They are making, these are Mennonite grandmother-made pierogies.
Those are the best. If I had to rank them on a scale, those would be at the high end. So, sweet. All right. Well, yeah, it has been a little while. Summer has gone by. We've been on our respective vacations and such, but we are back today to get back into the swing of the NHL season. Have you looked at much like updates on teams, rosters, any stats?
Not like really. I hear about the big things, like the Maple Leafs new captain, that guy.
Totally.
And like, you know, the big guys, the big ones, Swayman's contract. Obviously the Canucks, I've been following them.
Yeah.
And their acquisitions. But other than that, you know, I've been busy all summer.
Totally. So. Yeah, me too. So full disclosure, we don't know fully what we're talking about as far as the teams go right now, but we're gonna do our best.
Yes, we are.
We're gonna go through it. And yeah, are you ready with the puck doku?
Let's
are you
do
feeling
the
like
puck doku.
Alrighty, let's spin this thing.
I haven't actually done. Oh, this is upper doku, not puck doku, because puck doku is a thing. Our thing is upper doku.
Okay,
we forgot about that because it's been so long.
Yes, that is correct. I think I called it puck doku.
Yeah.
On the text to you as well.
That's okay. It's upper doku because obviously we're doing
trademark infringement.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. So
today the categories that we have on the verticals, we have a card from the 90s, and we have the Minnesota Wild as our vertical. And on the horizontals, we've got great design. The card, something that you really enjoy the looks of, something that just it tickles. I was gonna say tickles your ear. But that
tickles your eye.
Tickles your eye.
Yeah.
With its great
looks.
looks.
Gives you a little bit of pink eye.
And then, of course, for the boys, we have the lettuce category, where in which we look at the sty of the flow.
Look at this.
Yeah.
I don't have very good lettuce. I just got a haircut, but Josh has always had good lettuce.
Thank you. It helps when I don't wear a hat, but in this case, it's so bad. It has to be tucked under. It's at that weird point where, you know, I can't really put it in a ponytail or swoop it back. It just all kind of still wants to go forward. So we're in that 2-month hat stage, but, you know.
Anyway, those are the categories.
Would you like
and
to...
we got the top-down angle.
Would you like to start us off? Sure. I don't even have a clue what you've gone with for this.
I will start us off. Okay, so... Okay, we got 2 for 90s lettuce.
Okay.
I wasn't sure which one to go with because they're just kind of different vibes. So the first one is this Jiri Slegr 93-94 Stadium Club.
Beautiful.
You can see the flow in action right there. It's just incredible. It's bouncing. He's got the Yager vibe.
I was going to say, I love how many, looking through all these great flow pictures from the 90s. Everybody is just
Yager.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? If he's scoring 160 points a season, it's going to work for all of us.
Now, of course, Slegr is a solid defenseman with adequate skills in all aspects. Did not read that beforehand, but it literally describes his skills as adequate in all aspects. So.
I love this series where they have the top skills rating.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they rate it against other players, because I rarely ever see anyone dip below a 6 point something or an 8. They're all in the same scale. So you know what, he's adequate across the board.
So Slegr's kind of he's a bit of a cult hero in Vancouver. You know, kind of not like the biggest deal, but people definitely remember his name. Him and Jyrki Lumme.
Jyrki Lumme.
Yeah.
Excellent name.
They're almost synonymous with each other. But 26 points in 41 games in his rookie season for a defenseman. Too bad. That is pretty solid.
Yeah, coming across overseas too, coming from
Czech Republic.
So, was that Czechoslovakia at the time? I don't know.
Probably at the time, yeah.
History.
Cold War.
Cold War.
Anyway, yeah, so that's a good flow. And then I couldn't decide whether I wanted that one or this one. This one
Shawn,
is pretty iconic here.
Antoski.
We got a Shawn Antoski, 90, 91 score.
I have a couple of these.
Yeah. I've got the Brodeur. The Brodeur is a good one, too.
You have the Brodeur, yeah.
It literally looks like a mugshot, and he's coming from prison. But the Antoski, it's a good one. You can see it's like party in the back, business in the front.
You couldn't decide what haircut he wanted.
Yeah,
whether
he's got the crew cut,
the flat top or the...
So that's pretty crazy. The Canucks definitely had some good flow in the 90s. Antoski never really did much because he was like, what? Freaking...
I have no idea. I only have ever seen this card, and that's the only thing I've ever heard of him. Yeah. I haven't looked into anything
18th
else.
overall. Could have picked a lot of other people, I'm sure, but they picked this guy because he was 6'4", 220.
That hair helped, you know.
Yeah, and the hair definitely helped, I'm sure.
On Jiri Slegr, I love also two things. The gloves are incredible.
Yeah.
And he's got the candy cane stick going all the way down, which I love that tape. That's what I do. I played with a wood stick, and if I guess you haven't played ice hockey with a wood stick before. No. Trying to get a snapshot off with a wood stick, it's so smooth and slick. The stick will just slide out of your gloves. So taping it down actually makes it.
That's pretty good. And he's got the Jofa Bucky. I gotta acknowledge that as well.
This man just embodied all the
in combination with the flow is pretty good.
The flow, the candy cane.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty good style.
Yeah, those gloves, the CCM, like they got 6 different color stripes going down them too.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So, awesome. Those are great. Yeah. Great lettuce choices off the bat.
We're gonna go with the next lettuce pick for the Wild. Lettuce Wild. We got a Kalen Addison. I had a limited selection. For Wild lettuce because the only Burns card I had on lettuce. It was before his
Burns,
his Chewbacca time.
You know, maybe he's got like a little 5 o'clock shot.
Back when he was like playing forward a little bit here and there, like what was going on in the universe when that was happening?
Yeah.
Anyway, Kalen Addison actually has a pretty decent, almost fro, you could call it. Very bushy.
Totally. Shades of Sonny Milano.
Stay tuned while we describe more hair from men.
It's a good Young Guns card. Kalen Addison had a pretty good year last year.
Yeah, he's a pretty solid player, so... I like this card. He's got good flow. Oh, there's a nice up close image of the locks. He's got a good stash going too.
Little 18-year-old
the
stash.
pencil stash. Yeah.
Yep. He's what, like 6 months older than I am. So there you go.
Oh geez. From Brandon, Manitoba. Wow. I was just there this summer. Stopped through on the way
Go Wheat Kings.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway.
I played against a guy who used to play for the Wheat Kings in Beer League this spring. It was not fair. We also played against a future NHLer who had full Red Wings gear because he had just come from training camp.
Wow.
So, and then we fought them, and our team has got kicked out of the Summit League. So,
all right.
Let's keep going.
Beer League drama up the wazoo. Okay, we're going to go with our next Wild pick. We got this. I like this design. It's clean. This is a 2001 Scott Pellerin on the Wild. This is a UD Heroes. And the reason they give that is because they have a little quote from like a hockey hero on the back of each card. So this one's from Wayne Gretzky. So Gretzky about Pellerin says, Pellerin is one of those unsung heroes who figures to play a vital role for the expansion Wild. And that's I like when cards will do that. Like Gretzky himself had his own series in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah,
Gretzky's Choice or whatever.
Yeah. I have a Theo Fleury Gretzky's Choice where he just comments on, he's small, but
he's great.
He's great.
Yeah, so this is Scott Pellerin, and one detail that I liked, because again, I had a limited selection. I like that they used the word mark logo for the Wild.
Right. Yeah, you can actually see it on the patch on the side of the shoulder there.
So I think that's interesting because
cool.
I don't think there's any other card that uses that as the primary. I don't know if they had, like, maybe when Upper Deck was designing this series, they hadn't gotten the final logo for the Wild.
That could be because that is the year of the expansion draft. Exactly. This is pictures that were taken right after, maybe preseason or during the season because of the way that they make the cards dating back a year.
So they could have only had the word mark to go on. I just thought that was interesting that it gives you the full Minnesota Wild
That's
logo.
Cool.
I thought that was interesting. The design's like nothing really special, but it's kind of cool.
It's clean.
It's clean. It's clean. This is a good picture as well. So yeah,
That's sweet, man.
He's got the Easton Synergy going. Good style as well.
If someone wants to send me an Easton Synergy.
Do you say that every episode?
I do. Give me an Easton Synergy. We will make a POV video of me using all the dustiest gear, Jesse Pollock style.
Let's do it.
I'd be so down. So I'm already excited for this card.
Next up,
I just saw it out of the corner of my eye.
This is a 1997, not sure if it's 96, 97, Fleer Metal Universe Skybox. Bryan Berard on the New York Islanders.
The Fisherman jersey. That is incredible.
This is a great card. It's beat up to all hell, but I love it. It's got flames. It's got metal. Because, it's the 90s. It's the late 90s. We're getting gritty now. No more fun. We have to be serious and intense.
Orange, navy, and teal. My favorite colors.
Yeah. So
that's insane.
Yeah.
I love that.
I put together all these picks like 2 hours ago maybe. So I was a little rushed, but I think I struck gold with this one, or I struck some kind of metal anyway. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
So yeah, this is a classic Bryan Berard. He's a pretty iconic like 90s player.
Bryan Berard,
like late 90s, early 2000s.
He had
player.
a really good start to his career.
Yeah.
He had the infamous eye injury, which sort of derailed his career. Kind of really sad the way that it ended, but he was one of the best up and coming. One of the best up and coming prospects.
Often characterized as a young Brian Leetch with size. He was just the third American-born player to be chosen number 1 overall. So number 1 overall pick for one.
Yeah.
His combination of skill and feistiness have also drawn comparisons to Chris Chelios.
Yeah.
So
Bryan Berard definitely had the skill set and the ability to play similarly to. I think of Chris Pronger. And maybe it's not fair to compare people to the All-Stars or the best of. But in terms of the size, the grit, and the ability to score, he kind of had everything, and it sucks that his career was derailed by injuries. But we got an
either way, this is an
insane
awesome
card out of that.
He's got a legacy. I don't know why they decided to put the flames behind him yet, too.
Have you seen the new Metal Universe cards? Like the spider webs of metal, like ripping. And
I feel like they're trying too hard, Even though, like obviously they were trying really hard.
I didn't even know Metal Universe was an old series. I've seen them recently. I'm like, that's probably
straight out of the 90s, man.
Oh, it totally is.
It's such a 90s concept, so.
This fits in with like a skateboard poster or some sort
just like
from
X Games.
It's
got that, just like grit.
Grit grinder.
Grit grinder.
I love it. That's sweet.
It's got the bronzed out Islanders logo on the back. They've got it's like this weird like.
Try to hide the teal, whatever.
You know what this makes me think of is Lego Rock Raiders.
Oh,
the game,
totally.
the PC game. It's got the exact same aesthetic to the Lego Rock Raiders PC game.
Absolutely, all the piping and tubes. There's like sheet metal everywhere. Everything's reflective in some manner.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
So those are my Pucktoku picks.
Excellent choices.
Able to find some decent ones in the limited
hours.
amount of time that I have.
I sent Mike a question about this last night. He didn't respond until like 3 a.m. And I didn't see it till this morning, but you know what? We're rolling with it.
We're rolling. Give me your picks, brother.
Okay, so I'll start in the top corner. Okay, I'll do the wild. Oh, bottom corner. I'll do the wild and lettuce.
Okay.
Again, we are limited, but I chose someone who is well known for their flowing locks. I almost went Cal Clutterbuck with a really greasy mustache, but you didn't really get a good shot of it.
Okay.
So,
oh my God.
Matt's Zuccarello with the flow. There are more pictures of him out there with it's like mine, except
Yeah, actually, you have pretty similar vibes right now.
Yeah, except his hair is dark. And Matt Zuccarello, been a consistent player for a long time. I used to get him and Mika Zibanejad mixed up all the time.
Me too. The MZ name.
Totally. And I do like this SP series. I have a ton of cards from this year in particular because they have been on sale at Walmart for a very long time. Or at least they were last year.
Yeah.
So I've got that. I will do the Wild Great Design. And this is one of my very first packs of hockey cards that I got.
All right.
I was probably like 6 or 7 years old when I got this. And this is an insert from the MVP, and this is the New World Series. Mikko Koivu in the old school Wild jersey.
That's
and
good. That's good.
I love that they've got a little hint of Finnish. The flag and the card. I think it's like a map and a compass in the back.
New World Order is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
To say that,
it is. But it's a sweet card.
That's awesome.
I've always loved. This is the only New World Order card that I have. There's a map table on the back.
That's awesome, actually. That's so weird.
Yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, 07-08 MVP. Huh. I must have been older than 7 when I got it, but around that time period, it's just a really clean card. I thought it looked unique. Mikko Koivu was the heart and soul of the Minnesota Wild for 15 years.
During their years of mediocrity. Well,
Absolutely.
First years of mediocrity anyway.
Absolutely. Now, I had a couple picks for this next category, and I'll go 90s and lettuce.
Okay.
And my wife made the call. So this is shout out to Marissa.
Yep.
I had a Luke Robitaille with some dusty looking Yager style hair, and I was going through Pittsburgh, and I saw this inconspicuous looking card of Phil Bourque. Who is the current, or was the radio voice of the Pittsburgh Penguins for years, played in the Pittsburgh Penguins 90s dynasty with Lemieux. I'm just going to flip this over to the back. Ooh! Look at that. He's got like this crazy fluff with the Yager. Like it goes way down his back.
What does he do to get it like that?
I don't know.
What's his routine?
It's like a semi-perm. But it's crazy. Phil Bourque, I love the guy.
He looks so
plays a prominent role. Has a prominent role in the 2016 and 2017 Penguins Stanley Cup champions videos, like the season documentaries that they release. Okay. He's one of the commentators in it because he has covered the Penguins since the 90s, and he was on the Penguins for a long time. So I love Phil Bourque.
And you're appropriate. You're wearing a Penguins.
I am. Yeah, Penguins it's only appropriate. So. I was running through the Penguins last night looking for choices. I was just kind of hung up on them. R.I.P. Adidas.
Yeah.
This is my going away Adidas present to myself last year.
There you go.
I wanted the gin and juice Crosby jersey.
That's freaking sick, man.
So it doesn't have the Robo Penguin on the sides, but that's okay. It is what it is. And then I'm going to leave it backwards.
Oh, you have to.
No, I have 2 for 90s great design.
Okay.
I'm going to show you my conservative favorite first.
Okay.
This is my favorite series.
Okay.
And I believe this is 1995 Upper Deck Collector's Choice. And both the Platinum and the regular series, great looking cards. I love that the text will match the team name, and there's nothing fancy about the card. Yeah. It's got your outline. It's either white, gray, or silver, depending on the series that you have. In this case, the chromied Ray Ferraro is incredible.
That's pretty legendary.
And if you look, stamped on the bottom, it says signed by the Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
They would do that.
They would stamp. If the card was already printed, they would stamp it. Yeah. But Ray Ferraro, current, kind of, never played for them, but kind of current Canucks legend around here. He's got a great voice. He used to be on Team 1040 all the time. Still checks in, does a lot of Vancouver media. But yeah, that card. I just wanted to say, as a blanket statement, that is my favorite series from the 90s.
Let's see if you can see the sign by the Rangers there. Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
That always annoyed me.
And here is my future NHL All-Star McDonald's Series Brett Lindros.
Oh, yes.
Card. Yes. I love the sheen.
Awesome. Yeah, those are sweet.
Brett Lindros, not the most famous of the Lindros.
No.
It gives him credit on the back. It says, you know, he's a tough player with the desire and ability to win.
Okay,
so
he's got the desire
Yep.
and the ability.
No statistics in the NHL so far, but he is in an Islanders jersey. I really, I only think I have 2 of this McDonald's series. I can't remember who else I have.
I've got the Richter, the Mike Richter.
Oh, yeah. So I love the chromed out in the background. Like,
You're going chrome today.
all the players are still battling around him in the back.
That's it's pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, so
They were experimenting with Photoshop, man.
they really were.
Yeah, they were like, what can we do?
I've gone through that phase. It's a lot easier now that I'm sure like on an IBM or a late 90s
Mac, yeah.
Yep. Horrible. So those are my
That's awesome.
selections
Those are
for
great.
the upper Doku.
I love the Mikko Koivu.
The New World Order is a wild.
It's really like suspicious.
It is.
Like, but it feels like it's straight out of the 90s almost. Like that's something they would decide to do in the 90s. Let's put a bunch of maps on it.
But it looks great. It's my favorite Minnesota wild card that I have. Sentimental reasons, because it was one of the first ones that I got, and it looks sexy.
Those are always funny with those, like, because they I assume they only did that with like European players.
Yeah, the New World Order.
Where it's like the European players have been in the league for like 30 years by now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
I don't think it's a New World Order by this point, but
yeah. So
that's kind of funny how they'll find gimmicks out of anything.
Yeah, totally. That's marketing for you.
Yeah.
So, you were saying that you had a mystery
special segment.
segment.
Okay, so I'm just doing this because I bought a bunch of stuff on eBay.
I know nothing. I have no idea what's coming.
So I'm gonna show you some cards that I got on eBay. So I got some things for you. I'm not gonna lie. I bought
Micah's eBay wheels and steals. Okay.
These were
this
like,
is great.
This was like months ago, and I thought we were gonna like film a podcast like within the week, but it's been months since I bought them, so they've just been sitting on my desk.
Okay.
So these, I'm gonna show you the ones I bought for me first.
Yeah.
So these are for my collection.
Excellent. This is great. This is great. Gift Santa show.
First of all, this is a new segment. Micah's eBay Wheel and Deals.
Wheels and deals.
Wheels and
Wheels,
deals.
steals, and deals.
Yeah. So first of all, I had to get the signature parallel of the Dennis Arkhipov. the Dennis Arkhipov 2002 signature series. Emphasis on the signature. I had to do it.
Wow.
It was like $2.
Wow.
$2 on eBay. So you know I just had to do it.
Wow, that's huge budget going into upgrades for the set.
Just for the set. So we've got, congratulations, you've received a card personally autographed by the NHL player.
By the Pierogi muncher himself.
By the Pierogi muncher. Yeah. So he held this card at one point and signed it.
What a legend.
It's not even a sticker auto, because back in the day they didn't really do that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is an on-card Dennis Arkhipov autograph.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Legendary pickup. I don't know how you beat that. That's phenomenal.
So that's the first one.
Okay.
Maybe I'll keep it up there.
Sure. Pop it in the corner.
The next one is also a Dennis Arkhipov.
Oh my god.
Because I got it from like the same seller to get like.
How many Dennis Archipovs did this guy keep?
This is a golf.
What the hell? What is that?
Okay, so there's a whole series where it's just pictures of players playing golf. This is the
Be a Player Golf.
Be a Player Golf series.
Wow, okay. That's new.
And it's
it's in the game. Of course it's in the game.
Which is the same brand that does Be a Player.
That's whack.
So this is Dennis Arkhipov. Look at the style on this guy in this picture. The long freaking cargo pants or cargo shorts.
The khakis,
the capris, the khakis, the yellow polo, and the sunnies. Bro.
Dude, my dad would totally rock this unsarcastically. This looks great.
So this is, and there's a whole series where you've got players like the Sedins have them, and it's just them in early 2000s clothes playing golf. It rules. Like if you just look up this series online, you'll see just Ty Domi kitted out for golf, playing golf.
What the heck?
Isn't that amazing? So yeah, those are both show investments.
That was whack. Okay.
Investments for the show. He was probably having pierogies in the clubhouse.
Wow, okay. That shock That's okay.
And then another steal of a deal. This is a Christian Ehrhoff SPX rookie stars
with the
jersey
Sharks.
Auto Sharks. Numbered to 925. Christian Ehrhoff, which for us is a very significant name.
Do you have any clips that you can insert from like Trick Shots Canada or something? Christian Ehrhoff! Every time we would wind up and take a slap shot playing hockey, road hockey in the Cul-De-Sac.
Christian Ehrhoff was the slap shot god.
I don't know why Christian Ehrhoff, of all the people.
That
he was in Vancouver for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, but he had a great season there. Scored a bunch of points. He was a power play demon.
Absolutely.
And
German legend.
Yeah,
Shut
German
up, Maurice.
legend. Silver medal winner in the 2020 Olympics, I believe.
He's still playing? How old
Not
is he?
anymore. I think 2020, like when athletes from Russia won the gold, where they had like Kovalchuk on there.
Right.
That gold medal game was crazy because Russia was down. They pulled the goalie on the penalty kill, and they scored a shorthanded goal.
I don't even remember.
5v5.
I honestly don't even remember watching it.
It was
Yeah,
wild.
that's crazy.
But Ehrhoff was on that Germany team that like went all the way to the final, which is a surprise. I think they beat Canada or the U.S.
It's no surprise they had Christian Ehrhoff.
Exactly. That's what
Wow.
I'm saying.
Congratulations, you have received a Christian Ehrhoff jersey / signature card from the Upper Deck Company, LLC.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah, man.
A fast and strong skater, Ehrhoff excels in the transition game.
And he sure does.
Cool, man.
And so that was an indulgence for myself.
That's wicked. That is such a good card.
But yeah.
And it's the gray, which the
Yeah.
Sharks not typically
they didn't
associated
play too
with gray. They
Yeah.
had that was I guess it's on their is it on their current jersey or is their current jersey exclusively teal?
Yeah, I think it's just teal.
It's just the retro 90s jersey that they had. And this one is probably the wildest Sharks jersey of all time with the weird font. Teemu Selanne was on the Sharks when they wore that jersey.
Yeah. So yeah, just a cool card. Had to indulge myself. Again, this was months ago, so like it feels great because it feels like I'm getting these for free, to be honest. Because
at this point.
Because I bought them ages ago.
Okay.
So those were my indulgences. And for you, Josh, I have some special.
I don't even know what to say. I don't
So
even know what to say.
These are just for you. So the first one was given to me because obviously the eBay seller thought I was an Oilers fan. They threw in an free extra for me. A nice new Connor McDavid silver skates.
Wow!
So you can take that home.
Well, thank you.
Well, that one I didn't even order, so.
That is beautiful.
It is nice. It's really nice, really cool. Silver
Richmond Hill.
skates.
Upper Deck extends. I've never even seen this series before.
Yeah, no, me neither.
That's gorgeous.
But it is very cool.
I love it.
And it was
Chromed out,
thrown
man.
in as an extra because I did get you a couple Oilers cards, so obviously they thought.
Well, thank you very much. That is incredible.
So that's the first one. That's the extra. Which one do I give you first? We'll start with this one. We got Ryan Smyth with the oiled.
Woo! The
oil
Seth
drop.
MacFarlane special.
Yeah.
That is a thick card. Holy smokes.
So again, that's
What
an
a
in the
beautiful-
game. That's an in the game B player, whatever you want to call it. Signature series. If you're on the hunt, there is a signature parallel to that one as well.
Oh my goodness.
Because that's how they did it.
I don't know if we've addressed this. Ryan Smyth is my favorite hockey player of all time.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my first memory of hockey, which is kind of late now that I think about it, probably was when I was like 6 or 7 years old and I was watching the Edmonton Oilers almost win the Stanley Cup in 2006.
That's actually my first hockey memory too.
Yeah, which is kind of a random
Yeah.
final. But
Yeah.
the Oilers, my family's from Edmonton.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Smyth was my favorite player growing up. I always had 94. I have a Ryan Smyth t-shirt, so tiny now. It's like a child small. And that Seth MacFarlane jersey was just...
Why is it called a Seth MacFarlane?
Is it Seth MacFarlane? I thought he was the artist. It's not Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane.
He's the guy from Family Guy. It's Todd McFarlane. I've been calling it Seth MacFarlane jersey.
It's
like Todd
I'm
McFarlane.
waiting for like the Family Guy reference.
No. It's the Todd McFarlane
That's so
jersey.
funny.
I think he's a comic book artist.
Oh, okay.
So, but that is...
Can you read the description? Because I partly got it because of the description, I think.
Tap the mic. That's okay. Played 500th career game. Okay. Now in his 9th season with Edmonton, Ryan celebrated his 500th game as an Oiler by scoring the game-tying goal versus Colorado. To say he has always been passionate about hockey is an understatement. As a youngster, he was so thrilled with his first pair of skates, he wore them to bed a number of times. Ryan also used to do chores at the local arena in exchange for some free ice time. I kind of did the same thing. I was employed at center ice, and
so I just thought that was some cute info.
That is beautiful.
You won't
that is
find
cute.
out about Connor McDavid's freaking bedtime habits on the back of any of his cards. You know
Oh, dude. Ryan Smyth had the weirdest skates, too. I think he wore these up until he retired.
Wore him to bed, man.
Yeah, wore him to bed. Ryan Smyth, lovely guy. Really, I love that. Go watch the Edmonton Oilers TV show Oil Change that aired from like 2010 to 2014. Ryan Smith's final game. They made him captain, honorary. Oh, so good.
Sorry, I'm just going to take this out of here.
All right. I love this.
Don't need this big bag. So you're going to notice a theme with the rest of these.
Okay.
This is something this is a brand I've never even seen before. This is a Ryan Smyth sign. This is a signed signature rookies. 729 of 7,750.
That is incredible. He's wearing
Smyth.
number 26.
Yep. So first of all, gotta note that.
Gotta note that. That is wicked. I absolutely love. Oh, man.
So again, I believe
Signature rookies hockey.
Yeah. And then I think, on the back it's UPL.
OPL. Official players' licenses. What the heck?
I have no idea. And then
6'1", 183.
Read the description on the back, because it's another good 90s
A tough competitor in front of the net where he scores most of his points. Ryan Smyth constantly practices and never misses a game. His kind of dedication to hockey was what Edmonton was looking for when they drafted Smyth in the 94 entry draft, which explains why he wears 94, I suppose, instead of 26, which, dude, that is epic. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I got one more for you.
Okay.
I don't think you're ready for this one.
I don't think I am. I don't even know what to expect.
It's same brand as this one.
OPL.
But it's completely different. Signature rookies again.
This is awesome.
Autophonics.
Autophonics?
Promo.
It's a credit card. What the heck? $6? What is this? It's a Sprint card.
It's a promo. It's to get you to sign up with Sprint Mobile.
What the heck? This is incredible. Domestic U.S. calling only. To place calls, dial 1-800-367. What the heck? What is this?
Just a squished version of the picture.
It's the same thing.
It's a squished version, a blown up version, and then a regular version.
It's the same picture 3 different times.
And they just shrunk it one way, expanded it another way. And it's for Sprint phone calls.
That might be the weirdest thing I've ever seen for a hockey.
So I figured, you can keep that in your wallet, pull it out if you need to make a call.
Dude, I could totally put this in my wallet. I need to heat shrink a specific thing around this. And then just keep it in my wallet every time I need to make a phone call.
I just thought that was funny.
That is incredible.
I saw the same seller was selling it.
I
think so.
There's so many weird things out there that hockey brands.
I was just looking for Ryan Smith's because I was like, I'm gonna get Josh a little something. And then
thank you very much.
Well, I found this and I was like, what the heck is that?
That is wild.
24-hour customer service.
Expires March 31st, 1996.
Yeah. Or this is like a.
What is it? It's like a
gift card. It's a gift card.
It's a gift card.
For a dial-up, but it's just a promo, so you can't actually use this one because it says scratch to reveal code for the gift card. So I guess people used to use gift cards to make phone calls, but this is just a promo one.
Where do you even type a code on a dial-up?
I don't know.
You remember the old dial-up phones, the row of them they had by the bathroom at Seven Oaks? Mm-hmm. At our local mall, they used to have, quarter phones all the way down, or I don't even know if it was quarters at the time. How on earth would you type in a code? Where is there to type in a code on
I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, I thought that was a hilarious card, especially because it was the same picture.
Except just condensed.
Just squished 3 times. So yeah, those are the...
Thank you very much. Now I need to find something weird for Micah now. Maybe this will just be a once a month segment where something shows up. I'm like, oh wow, that's wicked. Okay. Well, thank you very much. These are incredible pieces of hockey history.
Because I was looking at Chris Kalano's cards too. There are some good ones out there for some reason.
The second after we filmed the last episode, I immediately went online and started looking at
He's got some good ones, some really random like jersey autos out there, and they're really cheap.
I searched through my entire archive. I know that at one point I had a Chris Kalano's Abbotsford Heat cardboard cutout card. You know the ones where you get 3 in a row and then you bend the folds and you break them up?
Yeah.
So I know I had a Chris Kalano's card. He had like jet white dyed hair and his little, I had 61 points in 65 AHL games or whatever. So, but yeah, thank you very much. That is not what I expected today.
There you go.
These are all incredible cards. And a McDavid thrown in.
Right?
I think most of my McDavid cards are in the Orange Crush jersey. I don't have new ones, so.
And it's die cut as well. And then, put that in your wallet, man. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
What the heck?
I know, I was so confused. I was like, I'm getting this for Josh.
$6. Great.
It was not $6 on eBay, I'll tell you that.
That is so weird.
I know. Isn't it just bizarre? It's like, I'll buy that.
I don't even know where we go from here.
I'm assuming the seller was really confused too. Like, why does this guy want these random Ryan Smyth promo cards?
I'll take them. I'll take them as the world's biggest Ryan Smyth fan. I appreciate this.
Because he was around like in his peak, during the peak of like late 90s, early 2000s, like camp cards, you know?
Oh,
It's great value for like collecting.
Yeah.
Because there aren't that many diehard Ryan Smyth fans out there.
No.
And he's got a bunch of wacky cards.
I am proud to be a Ryan Smyth fan. He's just the nicest guy, too. I love Ryan Smyth.
That's good.
So, it seems like a good family man.
Yeah.
He played like competitive beer league in Edmonton the year after he retired from the NHL.
Oh, wow,
he did adult league in Alberta. So
Luongo, was that a beer league game?
I saw that. His pads were half Florida, half Vancouver. Did you see
really?
that? Yeah, they had blue and green and the red and yellow. Imagine that, just getting destroyed.
By Luongo.
Yeah, that sucks. Like I said, I was in a beer league game, a C Division Spring League game, and the other team in the championship game brought out 2 guys that played in the dub last year.
That's amazing.
As well as someone who had arrived from Detroit Red Wings camp less than a week before the game played. So we got annihilated. There's an NHL line bearing down on all the junior B guys. What are we gonna do against? So if he makes it in the NHL, I'm gonna be like,
I played against that guy.
Hey, my children, I played against this guy.
Yeah.
He nutmegged and absolutely shelved it on our poor underpaid goalie. And so
that's amazing.
Cool. Well, where do we want to go from here? We had a couple other little.
You can do your segment. Award.
Are we talking about awards? Okay.
Josh's picks.
Micah did a segment. I'm gonna do the NHL hot take awards. Okay, guys, and this is going to be a very brief segment. We don't have too much time today. So we'll do a brief segment on this, and then we can. Do we have something else after that, or is that we do have the warm up?
The warm up jerseys. And then we can do.
So we'll do awards first, and they're very limited. I chose 4 cards, and these are going to be award winners for next year. I have the Vezina, I have the Hart Trophy, I have the Norris Trophy, and I have. What did I miss?
Art Ross.
Art Ross. Okay, so most points, best goalie, best defenseman. Best player overall. What would you like to see first as the co-host of this here podcast?
Surprise me.
I will surprise him. Okay, you know what I should do? I should do the obvious first, and then I will go into the hot takes. Okay? Obvious. Here's a fun fact for you. I was in the building when McDavid flew down the wing in Game 2 of the Edmonton-Vancouver series and lit up I don't even know who that was.
Was it?
I don't know if Shelov's, Demko, or DeSmith was playing that game. I think it was Shelov's at that point.
Yeah, at that point, yeah.
Art Ross, Connor McDavid. It shouldn't be any surprise. No. That is the most obvious pick. I could have gone with a big hot take I opted not to. I went with
arguably the safe
pick. Our camera is starting to fall down. Probably the least hot take, the coldest take, but also the hottest because it's going to come to pass. Connor McDavid, Art Ross. This is a card of him when he scored his Rangers goal. This is that face
totally is.
Right after he scored his.
That's cool.
Wow, I'm so incredible. I just surprised the crap out of myself.
Yeah, hockey triumphs.
Again, mildly biased as an Oilers fan, but I think it's hard for anybody to disagree. McDavid is the best player on the face of the earth right now.
Yeah.
Draisaitl just re-upped. They've got a good team coming back for next year. They're going to make the push, and I would like to call it now that the Edmonton Oilers are going to win the 2025 Stanley Cup.
There's a hot take.
That's not a hot take. They went to the finals last year. Okay, so, I mean, Holloway, the offer sheet, having difficulty with the Blues right now, but that'll be next time. So, Connor McDavid, Art Ross, I'm going to say that he goes on a terrific tear to begin the season, Phil Kessel style, except he doesn't start crapping the bed at game 40, and he keeps going, and he wins the Art Ross. So that's the least surprising take, okay? For Hart Trophy, MVP, Player of the Year, this is it's like a medium rare take.
He'll be in the conversation.
Like,
for sure.
Your stake's expensive, but it's not that surprising. It's Austin Matthews. Yeah. The guy scored, was it 69 goals last year? Nice. Which is absurd, okay?
Yeah.
Like 69 goals in 80 games does not happen anymore. No. He is the captain of the team this year. If anybody's going to lead by example, sure. I'd like to say that Matthews breaks that 70 barrier as long as the Leafs do have a decent season. If their goalie situation is all sorted out, who knows if it will be. If Marner gets his stuff together and Berube, as the head coach, links everyone up, I could see Matthews winning the Hart Trophy, gets his 75 goals or something stupid. Toronto makes it to at least the first round.
That's the only guarantee at this point.
Yes.
In that franchise.
So I have two hot takes now. One of them is Spicy Margarita by Jason Derulo and Michael Bublé. And the other one is like, it's also a hot take, but it's not as hot a take.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, okay. Jacob Markstrom, Vezina Trophy. I didn't know whether to go with Shesterkin or, maybe an Ottinger, although Ottinger didn't have the best playoff. Someone more obvious. Jacob Markstrom, how can you not like this guy? He has had a terrible time with the Panthers, the Canucks, and the Flames, despite the stats all saying that he should be one of the best goalies in the league. Yeah. Jacob Markstrom with the New Jersey Devils. You got the Hughes boys. Yeah. You got,
as long as they're healthy.
Dougie Hamilton comes back.
Luke Hughes was just ruled out for like 6 to 8 weeks, just like a couple days ago. But you got like the most. You got the most of that. You got the most important.
And this is where Markstrom could shine.
True.
Right? Being leaned upon with a capable team in front of him.
He's one of those guys.
Yep. This is my least favorite series of cards in all of hockey, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't mind this one.
Upper Deck had a couple of like rough years though, because like this isn't amazing either.
No, it's not my favorite.
That's not great.
This is to keep the streak going with Upper Deck cards that are not my favorite, but the hottest take of them all. I am so excited to see this guy play on a team that didn't even have a defenseman signed at the end of last year. Mikhail Sergachev for Norris. Goodness. He is such a good defenseman. Victor Hedman is going to always be the number one defenseman for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Sergachev has never had, apart from when Hedman's been injured, number one time. He's capable of playing those minutes, but he's not the number one defenseman. Utah?
Who knows?
Who knows, man? I'm going to say that Sergachev comes in. If Utah can put the season together, I could see him having a 65-point year and being very capable as a defensive force from the blue line.
I guess I could see that.
So that's going to be my hot take, my hottest of takes. The cards, not so special. I like the McDavid one. His face is great.
That's a really good McDavid one.
the Matthews and the St. Pat's, not a super special card, but he doesn't have a mustache, and he looks like more of a...
He doesn't look like a criminal.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a sussy... Like, you can tell he's friends with Justin Bieber with that mustache. It's not good. So, that is my brief season preview synopsis.
That's good.
I accidentally gave my Stanley Cup guess. While you're here, hazard a guess. Who is your cup winner? I'm putting you on the spot. Give me a cup winner.
My cup winner is the same as it is every year, man. Vancouver
Canucks. Okay.
2025 Cup champ.
Do you think they've done enough on the offseason?
I think they have, honestly. I think they showed that they could become a contending force last year. They pushed Edmonton to 7.
Yeah.
Edmonton went all the way. That's one game away, couple goals away, really.
Totally.
So
Totally.
I think they can compete with anybody in this league, man.
All right. Well then, that's our takes. That's
There
our takes.
you
That's the quick
Those are my
preseason
takes.
preview. And because we were talking about preseason warm-ups, we thought we'd do something a little fun. I don't really know where this idea first arrived. Micah said
Midnight last night.
and it was in complete delirious. I don't know what I'm saying. He said
I said preseason jerseys, which are not a thing that typically exists.
What he meant to say was warm-up jerseys, which I clarified with him at 5 a.m.
Well, no, I meant practice.
Practice jerseys, practice, warm-up, that sort of stuff. But uniforms that are not traditional, and you won't see them being used in a game.
Yeah.
So I have one that I have to grab real quick. But if you would like to display a couple yours right off the bat and give us a breakdown of the card, the uniform, that would be incredible.
So this one's a bit of a mystery to me, I'm going to be honest. This is a Peter Ing. Now, you already know it's going to be a banger when Peter Ing
is involved.
Yeah. Oilers legend, Leafs legend. I have him on the Leafs here. But there's nothing. It's blank. And I don't know whether they airbrushed
Why
it,
is it
which
airbrushed?
wouldn't make a lot of sense.
No, there is no other team with that jersey.
I know. I don't know why it's airbrushed, because obviously Score would have had the rights to Toronto. I have no idea why it's like that. For the longest time growing up, I thought it was like a practice jersey or something weird.
I think it is a practice jersey. Just the way that
it is?
Look at the shadows. There's like a curve in the jersey there.
It didn't look
I'll see if I can...
It doesn't look totally airbrushed to me, to be honest.
No, it doesn't. I will say that it says Ing on the side of his helmet.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I love that it just says Ing.
On the back, you can see it a little bit closer.
That's some sick style.
Ing.
When
you have a last name that short, I mean, why not?
I don't see... I mean, it's an NHL prospect, so maybe it says Windsor jersey, so if that's like
the Windsor jerseys look like
that. Is that like an old Spitfires jersey? Is it Windsor Spitfires? Something like that? Maybe it's an old Windsor jersey that they just hacked off.
Anyway, for the longest time as a kid, I thought that was like a practice jersey.
I have a Darcy Rhoda on the Canucks with a red jersey, and there is just a red circle, but I always assumed it was a practice jersey too.
Yeah. So that's that one. It's not exactly. I think the only genuine practice jersey I have is this one right here. This 91-92 Russ Courtnall on the Canadiens.
Canucks legend.
Yeah. Canucks legend, Blues legend,
Montreal legend.
Montreal legend, obviously.
Russ Courtnall was a good
he
goal
was
scorer.
A good, solid scorer. But anyway, this is an odd card because this is legitimately a practice jersey. It's just got the Canadiens logo on it. You can see somebody in the back wearing a weird, like, orange jersey with a blue helmet.
Yeah, so they're clearly running drills. It's the same way where guys will get, you'll either be wearing, like, I think San Jose has white, because I saw, like, the Celebrini camp. Yeah. They have white, black, teal, and red, or something
Canucks
like
have
that.
a red jersey, too.
Yeah, totally. So, that's cool.
But yeah, it's just a kind of an interesting card. Obviously, he's taking things not too serious. He's got the strap undone,
Yeah.
He's
classic set.
Leaning back.
Upper Deck 92?
91-92.
91-92. 75th anniversary of the NHL on the corner there. That's a clean logo transition there too.
Yeah. Just looks kind of odd, It's like, oh, what's he doing there with that jersey? And then, you don't see that color like anywhere in the league.
No.
In the back, so.
Except for the Nashville Predators.
It's always jarring to see.
Change your jerseys. Go back to the old ones, please.
It's kind of always jarring to see a Canadiens jersey with blue as the primary color.
It's like the reverse retro, right?
It's weird too.
Yeah.
But this is just totally plain, so it's kind of funky. So that's maybe
weird.
A preseason practice jersey. And I've got a couple media day cards. NHL Media Day. You see those cheesy pictures. So in the 90s, they
Hit me
really
with it.
loved
Hit
them.
me with it.
We got back-to-back.
Oh my goodness. I did not expect that.
We got a Bradshaw. This is 92, 93. Bradshaw and Darren Rumble doing
So
the
these
same pose.
are these promo shots for the first year of the Senators?
Yeah, first year of the Sen. So obviously they wouldn't have had any action shots. Especially in Rumble's case, this was his rookie year, I think.
Darren Rumble. That is an epic
It's a great name.
That is incredible.
But yeah, I love these campy like media day pics. It's a little bit more spicy than like the draft day pictures. Yeah, the blackout arena with like high beam lights on. It's just kind of fun.
They're probably just standing in front of
there's a studio.
Yeah, totally. That's cool.
They've got a bouncer, but and then nothing on the back because the Ottawa hadn't done anything yet.
Yeah,
so
totally.
Pretty neat. I've always liked having these cards side by side in the binder.
Oh
to
totally. Do you think they did the whole team?
I would imagine so. And then Upper Deck, obviously they couldn't do the whole team in the set with that photo, but I've always liked those two cards. I've always had them next to each other, and just kind of campy.
That's
preseason cool. Media day.
Yeah, they're getting into it, just like we're getting into the swing of things right now.
Yeah,
that's sweet, man.
That day was probably the first time they saw like the jerseys in person for the Senators.
Which look clean, right?
Yeah.
This is exactly what they're wearing now. They went back to this.
Yeah.
But that old 2D Senator. That's hard to go wrong with.
Totally.
Clean look.
Totally.
Black and red.
Yeah.
Are they wearing white socks too with it as well? It's like white, red under the.
Yeah.
That's an interesting
Right
choice.
at the knee, that is odd. But anyway, those are my kind of like preseason practice ones that I thought of. I don't know if you have any to go through.
Yeah, I've got a couple here. That's why I moved them up. I have some, and there's a couple that are all on the same set. Okay. I think I have 6. Okay. So I will start with the special jerseys, which are classics. Mm-hmm. This one you got Jakub Voracek in the military, the green jersey.
I believe that's the St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's. That makes sense.
The clover on his shoulder.
Perfect. Well, then I learned something completely new. But you can see all the other players in the background wearing the green jerseys with the red pants and the blue socks. So it looks wild for
very Christmassy
for Columbus. Voracek, great player.
Yeah.
Not my favorite card series.
No.
I'm going to run out of space, so I'm going to stack these, but it's okay. You get the picture.
I can take mine out of here.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I will go with the other fancy jersey, and that is a military jersey. That is Big Buff. There is a vet in the background with 1 billion medals on him.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, actually. You don't see that too often.
And Buff is just happy to be there, man. I mean, he's a professional fisherman now.
He knew he was going to be retiring soon. And he's thinking of the lake, right?
Yeah. he's thinking of the lake. I'm going to be wearing a camo jacket just the same way while I go fishing and hunting for buffalo. Epic. I love that. I'll put that one right there.
That's a great hair era for him too.
Totally. And then I've got warm-ups. So they're not necessarily warm-up uniforms. I'll leave the one warm-up jersey like you had with Courtnall for the end. I've got 2 guys mid warm-up right here. I've got Ronnie Francis in that beautiful Whalers uniform. This is not mid-play. I believe that is just him warming up and doing his rounds.
Could very well be. He doesn't look like he has his game face on. So.
No, he's just kind of hanging out. And
that's
Randy,
a great one. I looked at that one this morning too.
As well. He's having a great time. He's chatting with the media guy.
Picture. Yeah, that's an awesome
picture. There's nobody
in the stands.
Nobody in the stands, and the stands are wild. That's got to be in Minnesota.
Yeah.
The North Stars. You can see all the white, green, and yellow in the background.
Do you think maybe that was even like a morning skate or something? Or
it could be. It totally could be. There's literally nobody there.
Yeah, because that is kind of odd, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if they'd wear their full jersey uniform, but it is cool.
Very early on, I guess.
The Titan Ultra Glass stick as well. Shades of Gretzky.
You know what I like is the green on the instead of the yellow.
I do like that. Boards. Yeah. Minnesota, man. It's got to be Minnesota.
Yeah.
Beautiful hockey city, beautiful style.
And they've got different colored seats.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The seats are white and green and yellow. They're just all over the place.
It's one of those things that you don't really notice until it's like, oh, that kind of looks... You don't see that very often.
Kind of looks wild, guys. And then I have... This card has been in my family since the 90s. I think this was my dad's card before it was mine. The current color commentator for your Edmonton Oilers. I don't have that. I'll wear my jersey next time. Big Louis DeBrusque. He's having a great time. He's like, yo, buddy.
Let's go. Let's get
What's going on? Let's get this.
A few people in the stands there.
Yeah, probably just the warm up for the game. Epic stride on the back too, versus a horrible team who offer sheets great teams. So I'm going to turn that around so we don't have to look at that. And then much like your Russ Courtnall, I have a Luke Robitaille.
Yeah, that's a good
that
one
is
too.
Clearly in a practice uniform, hanging out. I consider this for lettuce in the 90s because his hair is just, it's something else. And with the giant Dick's Sporting Goods just
I love
on
that. I was going to say.
Dick's Sporting Goods, underrated store for my Canadian friends.
Been, actually.
Go to a Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah?
It is like, I would consider it sort of an upgrade from Sport Check.
Right.
Similar, but more variety, and it's sweet. It's a big box Sport Check. So that's an incredible. He's just hanging, man.
I love that board.
And if we look at the back, matching jersey right now. Luke Robitaille knows what's up.
Very cool, yeah.
But yeah, and my favorite 90s series, the Collector's Choice, as I referred to earlier.
There have been a few of those so far.
So they're warming up just like we're warming up. It's going to be a great season.
Oh, yeah.
We're excited for hockey to get back going.
Yes, we are.
To close out the pod, random card of the day.
I got mine ready.
You go for yours because mine is going to be one of the weirdest things I've ever pulled out on you.
Okay.
So
I was going to use this as like a preseason practice jersey thing, but I didn't for reasons because it's not technically a preseason jersey or like a practice jersey or
it's
something
its own
like that.
thing.
It is an alternate jersey. However, he is wearing this in warm-up, and I'll explain how I figured out why. This is a 2002-03 Sebastien Centomo Maple Leafs Prospects Upper Deck MVP card here. He's wearing the Toronto St. Pat's
uniform with the brown pants.
Yeah.
I can see that.
He's wearing the old St. Pat's jersey.
There is so much going wrong with the colors on his uniform right now.
His setup is wild because, as you can see, he's only got one game under his belt in his career.
Right.
One game, he came in relief, actually. I looked this up. I looked up his game logs. He only
so
ever played one game.
That this has to be...
I know exactly what...
Right.
So that's the thing. He's got one game log, basically.
And it was not the St. Pat's game.
It was the St. Pat's game.
It was the St. Pat's
actually.
game.
He played in a St. Pat's game as well.
Wow.
I believe.
That's so weird. That is crazy.
This is a different... or I'm losing the train of thought. But anyway, this was a St. Pat's game. This is during warm-up because I'm losing my train of thought. What did I even look up this morning? I was all over the place. But anyway, he only ever played one game in his career.
Oh, in his entire career.
Yeah.
So this is the only game this man ever played.
And it was with
Sebastien.
With
Centomo.
it was with a specialty jersey. So it's not during warm-up. This is probably during action.
He's got a red helmet, red mask. Probably not for Toronto. Yeah. He's probably got like a junior helmet on.
Yeah.
He's got his Maple Leafs pads.
Yeah.
And he's got the wildest Toronto uniform ever.
Yeah.
Like the dark
giant word mark, dark green.
Like the jade green with the brown pants, brown gloves.
Yep.
Wow, that is a weird card.
Yeah, so...
That's what we say. If this card makes us say, wow, that's a weird card, then I think we've succeeded.
I found out that jersey that he is wearing there in his one NHL game was auctioned in 2019.
Really?
Yeah, for like $7,000, a game-worn jersey. Game-worn, very rare Sebastien Centomo
Who's
jersey.
Collecting a Sebastien Centomo?
Well, it's
no, zero offense to the guy. I mean, it's similar. The guys that play one NHL game.
Maybe it was like 700 or something, 700 or 7,000. I'm not sure.
It's like collecting a Bill Sweat Canucks jersey from 2012. Who's gonna have that?
But I saw it was auctioned on an auction website in like 2019. That very jersey that he has on in that card. And we know that because it's his one NHL game. And he happened to do it in the St. Pat's jersey, which is kind of unique.
Wow. That's weird.
Yeah,
That's
very
cool.
weird. And he came in relief, of course.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. He did his best.
He got a 4.5 GAA. I think he
made 3 of 4 saves.
I believe they lost 6-2 to the Red Wings.
Tough stat line.
Yeah, it is kind of tough, but you know what?
Hey, signed by the Maple Leafs as a free agent in 99, Centomo rose up the depth chart 3 years later in 2002.
Because
there was nobody else. And I guess he dropped off the depth chart after that, seeing as there was only one.
Only one game for this guy, but a very cool moment in time.
I love those examples. That is cool. That is cool.
It's cool when you can pinpoint the exact date.
He must have another Toronto jersey in his house. Like, I can't imagine if I played one NHL game and there is 4 different things that make this card weird. First of all, I think this is a cutout of a photo that has been printed on afterwards.
Okay.
Because I took it out of the sleeve and the texture is surprisingly glossy for a card that's over 25 years old now.
All right.
Second of all, this is a BCJHL card.
British Columbia Junior Hockey League.
It is signed. It is a signed BC JHL.
Okay.
Of a Calder Trophy winner. It is the weirdest thing. I found this in a not a hockey collectible store. I found this sitting on a shelf in a vintage store on the island about an hour past Nanaimo in some random town.
When was it? For
$5. When I went to the island this summer.
This summer you found that?
I found, that I came home and I was so excited. This guy had 124 points in 54 games for the Surrey Eagles.
The Surrey Eagles, no
94 PIMs though. I think you're gonna, I'll give you some extra info and I think you're gonna get it. This man is a center, 5'11", 176. If I tell you where he's born, it gives it away.
What time period are we talking here?
This is 1997.
A Calder winner.
Calder winner. He won the Stanley Cup in his first season as well. From Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh my
Scott Gomez.
That's amazing.
Look at this thing.
BCJHL.
Scott Gomez. And it clearly was not signed when he was in. Because 23 was not his number. 23 was his number for the Devils. So he obviously signed it later in life.
What the heck?
Scott Gomez signed Surrey Eagles, which he is now the coach of the Surrey BCHL team. He signed a contract to be the head coach this summer.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
But it's even got photo credits on it.
Yeah, well, it is clearly just a photo that they put.
Yeah, take it out. It's literally glossy on the front.
What the heck? It's not a card. Really.
No, it's isn't that weird?
That's bizarre. And you just found this?
It was sitting
on the island?
They must have just seen a signature and been like, oh yeah, it's $5.
That's amazing.
So I was like, oh yeah, $5. I don't care. Nobody, it's such a weird card.
Yeah. Photo by Brian Giebelhaus.
Shout out to Brian
Giebelhaus. If you're out there, come on the show.
Come on the show. Tell me, did you used to take pictures of future NHL stars at Surrey Eagles games?
Scotty. Wow.
Isn't that wild?
That's hilarious.
That is such a weird card, eh? It makes you want to go, wow, that's weird.
And that's what we're here for.
So yeah, let's close it out with a Scotty Gomez
That's
Surrey
amazing.
Eagles
That's
card.
hilarious.
I have nothing else to say about that, man. That was about as weird as I could find.
Yeah.
He's epic style, by the way. The visor that goes down to his lips.
Yeah.
And he's got just the little
soul patch.
Little soul patch.
Moment.
16-year-old Scotty.
That's hilarious. I wonder if this is a promo thing from the Surrey Eagles, like the Heat used to do.
Oh, it totally is. I have seen BCJHL cards out there before.
Oh, yeah?
But you're not allowed to sell them because there is no contract between the leagues and the card companies, which is why you won't see an Upper Deck junior card.
Yeah.
They're CHL cards now, but that's because the CHL has a contract. You can't sell images of amateur players and make a profit off of them. There's actually a card, I will bring it next time we do the podcast. We talked about it before this with that exact same situation.
Okay.
And I will break down why it is obscure.
All right.
But that's for next time.
Very cool.
I'm excited for next time.
All right.
Yeah. If you have any Dennis Arkhipov cards that you would like to send our way, I was going to say we'll give you a P.O. box. We don't have one.
Yeah.
Send us, drop a comment in this video, and we'll get you the details. Send us as many Dennis Arkhipov cards as you want.
Can, yeah.
Doesn't matter what year, doesn't matter what team.